Hey everybody, Dr. Adam Christman here with Fetch DVM 360, and with me today is Carolyn Shadle and John Meyer. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Great to be here.
You know, you guys have such a legacy in the veterinary profession with what you're doing on the human-animal bond. Tell us a little bit about why that is so important to you.
Well, I took the human-animal bond certificate a few years ago, and that really gelled what my thinking had been, because I began to see all the research that was done. It's incredible. I mean, they've quantified not just how many places animals have made a difference, but how much it impacts the economy. Healthcare savings for individuals, on the economy at large. It's amazing what they've uncovered from a research point of view. So that sort of solidified just the emotional piece.
Yeah. And what is it for you, John? What is it that resonates with you?
Well, you see, I'm a farm boy. Central Wisconsin dairy farm.
There you go.
So we treated animals very differently in those days, and to see this pet bonding, that's a kind of a revolution.
It really is, and even in just the years that I've been practicing, how it's changed the verbiage of what we're using, that they're not pet owners, they're pet parents. Have you noticed that too?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. One of our seminars that we're doing for Fetch is the privilege of being in the triangle, so that the veterinarian is part of the triangle of the pet owner, the pet parent, and the pet. And we talk a lot about how the phenomenon of treating pets as part of the family has grown, and how it's experienced and exemplified in the pet owning community now. And it's very interesting.
It really is.
Naming, to where the pet sleeps, to what the pet eats and where, how you dress the pet, how you groom the pet. It's all there.
You're absolutely right. And I check all those boxes off the list of everything you just said.
Yeah, you've got quite a family there.
Well, I was thinking this morning that fetch is kind of a common term now. And when on the farm, we would say sick 'em, sick. And that's out. That's vocabulary is out. You don't sick animals after.
Right. Tell us a little bit more. So you have a few hours worth of content that you're going to be giving us at our virtual Fetch conference. So tell us a little bit more about what you're going to be speaking on.
Well, we have 3 of them on the human-animal bond. One is specifically around the science. The second is the one I just mentioned, that the privilege of being part of that triangle. And the third is the economic impact, how it impacts both the pet owner and the community at large, the nation, the economy. And then the fourth one draws upon a lot of work we've done over the years around communication. John, why don't you describe the power of empathy when what we're doing?
Well, we do talk about empathy a lot, both in terms of verbal and nonverbal communication, and try to give suggestions for what veterinarians can do, both in their nonverbal and verbal orientation with pet owners, to sort of communicate better.
To engage. Pet owners come to the veterinarian quite often stressed, troubled, worried. And one of the champions of communication is showing empathy, and it's not easy.
It's not easy. We're
so business oriented. There's so many things to talk about, so much information to exchange. It takes time and a little different way of listening to really hear the feelings behind the words and then to express back. So that's what we try to help people understand.
One of the videos that we have in our workshop presentation defines empathy, not in terms of sympathy, but different from that, and what empathy really means as far as what you said, making connections.
I like what you said too, when before I go into an exam room, like you're working so many hours and it's so quick to open up that exam room door, and you just did a euthanasia, you just said goodbye to one of your patients, and you're supposed to walk in and be like, new puppy, but you do need a few moments, right? You need a few moments to check yourself and to show that that energy and try to convey that excitement for the new puppy, you know, although you just ended life and you're starting a new one with another one. So you do need to understand and have that empathy as you travel throughout your day as a veterinarian.
Well, that's a great example of the kind of stress that the average veterinarian is under. And there's not a lot of time, and you want to convey some information that's useful or get some information. But it's so much more powerful if we can just take time to listen first. We usually end up getting more information and better information than if we just jumped into that. And that's sort of the key, to try to learn how to do that.
I like that too. I guess that's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? To take
right,
time.
that's what we have been told, right?
That's what Carolyn keeps telling me.
Oh, wait, how long have you guys been married?
Oh my gosh, we've been together now 22 years.
Something like that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we met later in life, yes.
How did you guys meet?
Well, we were at the University of Buffalo, SUNY Buffalo, and Carolyn was trying to finish her graduate work, and I was there on a sabbatical leave, postdoc work, and so we happened to meet in the same classroom.
We were both studying communication, so
Oh,
there we go.
perfect.
Perfect, yes.
So wait. If you have a little bit of an argument, which happens in marriage,
Yes.
and you're both are excellent at communicators, who wins?
Carolyn.
And then we end up saying, wait a second, we both got a PhD in communication. How did we get here?
I love it. Oh my gosh. Carol and John, thank you so much for joining us every year at Fetch. You guys are fantastic. And
Okay, well, we're looking forward to this virtual. This is new. This is kind of
it's new to us too.
Yeah, exactly.
May I say that I used to teach a course at the college level on interviewing, and you're a very good interviewer.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot.
Not at all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie?
Oh, Gone with the Wind, I guess.
Oh,
Carol, do you have a favorite movie?
yeah, there is one. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Sorry.
It's right on the tip of your
Right
tongue,
on the
right?
tip of my tongue. Well, I'll tell you, the most recent one was a documentary called The Boat. I was just blown away by the 170 years the suffragettes worked to get the women the vote. I just had no idea
That was
what
impressive.
they've done. So they did a great job of putting that together.
Yes.
So we go from these 2 wonderful movies to my favorite movie called Silence of the Lambs. What?
Oh,
Wow. Okay, that's another category.
I mean, I just love Anthony Hopkins. I think he's so great at it. Jodie Foster is so good. And so, you know, Gone with the Wind, Silence of the Lambs, it's very similar.
Well, during this pandemic, we've gotten into a stash of old VHS tapes, and we've been watching these classics. What was the one last night with Tyrone Power and
Second time around.
Oh, nice.
Second Fiddle.
Second Fiddle.
Second
A
Fiddle.
1953 movie, I think. it
Irving
was.
Berlin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
nice.
funny.
White
Fun to
Christmas,
look at
too.
the old ones.
Before I leave, I got to ask you, has there been a new hobby or something newer that you've learned during this pandemic that you've taken up or done or found something new about yourself?
Well, we play bridge twice a day now instead of once a day.
We have our own little rules for two-person bridge. Yeah. Well, I got a keyboard, and I'm trying to relearn what I knew years ago playing the piano. So that was kind of fun. I thought I should have time doing that. Turns out I don't really have any more time, but.
No, I know. I get it. I totally get it. But I ask you that because some people are writing all these great things that they're learning, you know, how to do basket weaving or take up another language. I'm like, I'm lucky I know how to eat dinner and go to bed and do the normal things.
Well, now that everything is on Zoom, you can be on Zoom all day long. I can go to this group, I can go to that group.
Yes.
I used to have to travel, so I'm not bothered. But now I don't have to travel. You can be very busy.
That's exactly right. You really can.
We did publish a couple of books during this time, though.
Oh, tell me.
Yeah, I mentioned that. One
Okay.
is my music book, which is Happy Songs for Sing-Alongs. I conduct sing-alongs, yeah. And the second one is a poetry book that I gave Carolyn for her birthday on La Jolla in general. Yeah.
Okay.
scenes from La Jolla, pictures and poetry.
Beautiful. Can we do a song together then?
Yes, what would you like to sing?
What do we, oh, that's beautiful. La Jolla.
Yeah. So he's had a good time during the pandemic.
Yeah. What is he talking about? He wrote 2 books. My goodness.
Yeah, right.
Hey, we got to do a song then, John. What song shall we do? What do we have in the book?
When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, boo, you bring on the rain. So stop your sighing, be happy again, 'cause when you're smiling, yes, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
Oh, bravo!
Thank you.
I'm going to be smiling every day now with this.
I'm smiling. Yeah.
You are my sunshine.
I love it. You're mine and my inspiration, you guys. This is fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining me, you guys.
For your time. This is great. Thanks a lot.
Oh, you're welcome. Those that are tuning in, make sure you head on over to fetchdvm360.com to register for our virtual Fetch conference. You're going to see these 2 wonderfully talented human beings that are doing great things for the veterinary profession. So thank you again, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.